Alright, YouTube, it's time you saw my new project car. That's right, it's actually at the house. That's because it's a joint effort between me and my father. He typically has better taste than me in the sense that I like things that are outrageous and crazy, but he likes things that are almost complete, meaning feasible and can be driving quickly. That's what this was. It's a 66 Dodge Coronet, 4-door, 273. Bought it thinking it was a 318 car, but I'm actually quite happy with that change. Pulled it out of that junkyard I'm always in. You've seen it before, it's been in other videos. And within 12 hours of pulling it out, we had it moving around. It does not have brakes, but we have a parking brake in one wheel, and that's enough for me. Changed the oil, rebuilt the carburetor, but only because the accelerator pump was puking and it ran. Even had coolant in it, I just added water. There is a small pinhole, but not enough that it affects it until it gets real hot. Had this car approximately 2 days. Has not been cranked today. It is ice cold. Give it a couple pumps of the gas. Not bad for junkyard fresh, eh? Let's try to back it out of here. Now, being I don't have brakes, driving it proves to be a challenge. So, forgive me if I offend anyone with the driving technique. Let's see. Very minimal rust, and everything's original. All the electrical works except for that light, which I blew out. It worked when I got it. That's a bright light. The radio and a lot of the instrument stuff, but all the signal lights work. I have that piece of trim, I just had to take it off. I have that piece of trim, I took it off because I was scared it was going to fall off in transport. 3 of these tires are original. The other one is in the trunk. That's off of a 72 Duster. The other side is the original spare. I'm the second owner of this car, even though it was in a junkyard. The junkyard never signed it over into their name, so I am technically the second owner. However, I still got to work on the title. The title situation is iffy at best. Turn on a signal for you, just show you the lights work. Still has the old mechanical voltage regulator. I doubt you'll pick it up in the video, but the lights kind of, they pulse even when it's not on a turn signal. Turn the lights on for you. Let's look at the engine out here in the light. I also have this trim. I have all the trim for the car. It's just if it's not on, it's in the trunk. Currently running off of a 2-liter bottle. I have the gas tank pulled. It had about 10 gallons of gas in it, which was obviously bad. I haven't done a thing, like I said, but oil and a carb kit. That is it. Brakes do not work at all. That's the older style dual, what am I trying to say? It's two barrel, sorry, two barrel. It's got the older style accelerator. Well, put that back on later. Interior is fair for an original car that's been in a junkyard. I mean, door panels they're starting to come up in the corners, but they're alright. Seats need to be reupholstered. That's the only hole in the carpet. But it's alright. Headliner's not great, but once again, that's the only body rust as far as it's visible to the outside of the car. The trunk has a hole about the size of a dime, which is incredible for a Mopar. And the battery exploded at some point in its life and left me with that, so I gotta fix that. It's got a 3-speed torque flight. I have the build sheet right here. Pulled the back seat out and that's where it was. Like I said, 273. It's got a torque flight. It actually has an 8 3/4 rear end, which is kind of odd, not posy, but beggars can't be choosers. It's a high price range car, which is odd to be as stripped down as it is. I mean, it doesn't have power anything. Speaking of which, that means no power locks, no power windows, manual steering, manual brakes, single line brakes at that, no accessories, only an alternator. Let me rev it for you, then I'll pop the trunk because it's bound to run out of gas soon. Alternator gauge works. Turn signal, haven't gotten that one working yet, but the turn signals themselves work. Bright light. Not bad. And horn. So there's the title information. Let's turn it off. And I'm going to leave this car bone stock. All I want to do to it is fix the interior and maybe paint it. There's the 2 tires that were on it, like I said. The factory spare is right there. And there's a duster tire on the front. I got to get new tires. Here's a replacement battery tray, the remainder of the trim. That's not its original jack, that is. More trim. It's got a... under the floor mat, the spare is under it. It's not like the B bodies I'm used to that they're up there. The trunk shuts nice and easy. That's all she takes. And yeah, just a little new project car. And in case I haven't said yet, let me turn off the light. The vehicle has 45,000 miles on it. It has not rolled over. So, not bad. It was driven as late as 1999. Pulled in 2016.